coast and drop bombs. Next level.
And we're live.
And we're live. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Mark here from NxTLvLTech and AndroidTV.tips. And as always, I got my awesome friend here, Rohas, on a feel-good Friday. Rohas is like, who's your awesome friend? Hey, see nobody else in this chat.
What are you talking about, Willis?
So I hope you guys are feeling good today. It is Friday. As you can see, I got JJ Cord Cutter from ICC up on my hat. So I'm going to start it off as we usually do and say thank you to the supporters of the last show. So JJ Cord Cutters was the last person on my last live show that did a donation. So I'm just going to go through them really quickly and say thank you. So we had, let's see here. It was Paper Plate, Rick S., Roland, Ultimate Streams, and JJ Cord Cutters. Thank you again for your support. Again, we have a lot of members in the chat, so thanks you guys for your support. Your memberships help us to continue doing donations, creating merch, doing a lot of things in the background where I guess typically I wouldn't be able to do. So thanks again. Rohas, how you doing today, man?
I'm doing all right. I'm a little tired, but I'm all right.
Tired?
Yeah. The usual.
Yeah, I'm actually pretty exhausted. I'm pretending that I'm excited, I swear. I'm going to cap out in a minute. The one says, about time, 2 minutes past 2 minutes ago. Well,
People
yeah,
were
that's what 2 minutes means.
They were just asking. They're like, hey, is he sleeping? Is it chicken wingies? What's
My fridge was ringing. That was the joke the other day. That was hilarious. Who said that? Was it Paper Plate?
I think it was Paper Plate.
I think it was Paper Plate too. So let's see who we got in here. So Heel from Portugal, what's up? Actually, you know what? I haven't done this in a while. Well, let me know where in the world you are joining us from today. Say what's up from your city, from your country, wherever you are. Let the chat know. So while I do that, so what's up, Streaming Wizard, Brad, the one, Flick Chick, J. Marie. What did she say? J. Marie said something. Ready for some troublemaking for sure. Yeah. No, I'm innocent. I don't get into any trouble. I'm not like that. JJ Cord Cutters, what's up? Who am I missing? Jeremiah. Okay. Santos, what's up? Miami Get Down. I'm just gonna. Oh, sorry, Miami. Yeah, Miami. I'm guessing you're from Miami. Bay Area, Jacksonville, Florida. Wisconsin, Nashville, Buffalo. Oh, okay. Sorry. Jay Murray was talking to the one. Yeah, he's trouble. He's definitely trouble. I have to be careful putting up his comments on the screen sometimes because if I don't read them first, I'm in for some trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Paul says, happy haircut, Rohas.
Yep. A couple days ago, I had to get it. I was looking a little shaggy.
So let's put a 1 in the chat to anyone who watched yesterday's live show on Rohas's channel, because we got a couple messages saying that was an awesome live show. So if you, damn it, Rohas, if you haven't watched that live show, then I kind of recommend going back and watching that live show because we had a lot of fun in that live show. It was educational. It was fun. Might have been a little bit corny. It was funny. It was all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, it was good. There was a lot of stuff that we talked about. What was funny, you got the Marine cut. That's right. My high and stupid is what they call it.
High and stupid.
It's high and tight, but we call it high and stupid. Yeah, what was interesting was we had a really good show. We are going back to our roots about cord cutting and some tips and tricks, some secrets that people don't really talk about anymore. And what was crazy, and we always tell everybody, make sure you stick around to the very end because you never know when we're gonna do some kind of giveaways. If we're gonna do right in the beginning, right in the middle, right at the end. But it got insane at the end. I don't even know how many masks we gave away. Like, I think it was like 3 masks, 2-3 masks. We gave away a keyboard remote. We gave away a I think 2 live services. We gave away a Buzz
Devices.
stick. Yeah, the device. Yeah, it was off the chain. Like towards the end, I was like, okay, we're about to end this thing, and then I think we went from like we had like I think 70 people watching, and we started to say our goodbyes, and then it dropped to like 30 something.
Yeah.
I think it was,
Yeah.
and yeah, and then we start, and then right when I was gonna start, that's when the craziness happened. Then we started to do Juggernaut jumped on, dropped a donation. I was like, you know what? Let's just do some more giveaways. And then it was a donation battle. So I'm like, okay, let's do some. Okay, I'm gonna do some really good giveaways now. And we had about like 30, 40 people that were still there towards the end.
Yeah.
And yeah, so everybody, the other half that bailed, they missed out on.
There's some good giveaways, man.
On a lot of giveaways. Stuff. Yeah.
So you never know what you're going to get from these live shows. Today is going to be like a really laid back one. There are a couple things that are going on in the community that I didn't want to talk too heavily about because, in my opinion, there's not a whole lot of facts that are out there. And I know because I know the community, I've been doing this for a while. If I started on a topic, seriously, you know what? I'm gonna message you right now.
Here we go again. Jugs.
All right. Jug, what's up, man? Thank you very much for your support. You know, you don't have to do those things, donations, memberships, all that kind of good stuff. It's not required to be a part of these live streams, these shows, these communities. But I mean, there's a lot of people that want to support what we do, that appreciate what we do. And I got nothing but respects and thanks and appreciation for that as well. So thank you, man. I appreciate you being around and doing what you do. So thank you. Thank you. Let me get your name up on the hat. And if anybody wants to, you know, push over a Juggernaut, all they got to do is do what he did.
Uh-oh, here we go now. Here comes the battles. Is Jugs coming?
I sent him a link. He read it. He might be coming. Oh, okay. Okay, hold on. You got to give me a second. I'm a little slow.
He's a little slow, people.
Okay, so I got to do this. So Jug is on the hat. And then, and then Jeremiah is like, hold on a second. And somebody wants to say hi.
Oh, I'm coming.
Did you guys hear that? It was like, oh, I'm coming.
Oh, I'm coming.
I had to dig deep just to do that one.
Dude, hold on a second. What just happened there?
Yeah, there's a few on there. Get them out, guys. Get them out there.
Okay, hold on. Dude, we didn't even do anything. Like,
He
just showed his beard.
That's the thing, guys, and those who are watching too. You know, I jump on here and I poke fun, and how I poke fun is, you know, when we get into support and sure, okay, you know, throw a couple bucks and help support a channel, but it's just also to entice people to be more interactive. And of course, as said on any channel, it's never expected, but it's always appreciated. So, you know, I'm going to keep going. So let's see who else will keep going.
Oh, hey,
Jeremiah did several times.
Holy crap. Okay.
He's trying to catch up to you. He's trying to catch up to your one.
That's all right.
He did catch up to your one.
Okay. Jug,
yes,
welcome
sir.
to the panel.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you for blessing the panel and obviously doing your donation. Want to just tell the people, if they haven't heard of you, if they haven't seen you, if they've missed you, just kind of what you've been up to, who you are, and there we go.
Nice.
Go for it, man.
I'm Juggernaut. I'm another Canadian bred machine, I guess. I'm one of the admins on with Supreme Builds, the Supreme Builds group. I am the creator of the Juggernaut build. I am the maintainer of the Titanium build. I've been out in the community for a minute. You know, like I do lots of things. I do have my YouTube channel, which is, if you search it, it's the Juggernaut channel. Search that and you can find me. A lot of the videos have been taken down, as I said, repeatedly, because I had a battle with YouTube and I didn't want to get totally deleted. So I took them down. I'm going to redoing them. But I like being out here. I'm coming back, as Rohas said before, I'm coming back with a vengeance on my YouTube platform. It's going to be, and so this is just me. I'm all over the place. And I'm pretty sure my wife just messaged me to say that food's here. Food's here.
Boom.
But I'm gonna get her to bring it in here because I can watch and have fun and eat. And it's pizza. Mark, it's pizza.
It's pizza.
Yeah.
It's pizza.
But that is me, folks. Like, I'm glad to be here. I feel really good supporting channels that I've said it on a few that are moving forward, evolving. Not mass producing videos that you just become a sheep, and that it just makes it feel good videos. I like that. Like MS7 had their show this morning, and I caught a little bit of that. And again, I'm sorry, it's some shows I sit in the background, I don't say anything, but that'll change.
Yeah, man, I'm looking forward for more content coming your way. I definitely enjoyed a lot of your tutorials and your videos and stuff like that. So I'm looking forward to a lot of the stuff you got going on in the background. Definitely, for sure. All right. Are you going to go eat your pizza? Are you hanging around? What you doing?
He's bringing it here.
I'm bringing it in the room here, and I'm gonna, you may see my icon because
That's cool. I'm down.
Look at my face. I'm a messy eater, but no, I'm gonna be here, and if you want me to hang out, I'll hang out. If not, I can jump back in and be a watcher as well.
Yeah. Definitely, for sure. Hang out, man. So again, guys, this is a Feel Good Friday. I didn't want to get it heavy into a topic because there's some very interesting things going on in the community. Rohas, should we talk about it lightly? What do you think? You think we should?
I think we should do. So I know. I talked about doing a video today, but I've totally ran out of time for today.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't mind doing something without dropping names of previous stuff, but without, we can still talk about it without dropping names. But I think to play that devil's advocate and to show people and to have everybody just calm down.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we're gonna try, but I mean, there's no real factual anything. I know we're kind of dancing around the topic, but Rohas and I had an interesting conversation about this, and I was like, I don't want to talk about it, and he's like, I want to talk about it. And he's like, I want to make a video, and I was like, I want to wait until the dust settles. And we were kind of like really going back and forth on, well, this and that and that and this, and I was like, I started this live stream, and I'm like, this is why people watch Rohas and myself. They watch us for these conversations. So why don't we just do this conversation? We're not going to get too serious about it. A lot of it's going to be hypothetical, and we will let you know what's facts, what's hypothetical, what's historic, what's precedented, and maybe some kind of expectations of what could happen in the near future. I think that would be a really good discussion, especially with Jugs down there. So why don't you kick it off for us? You want to do a question first, or do you want to just jump right into what we're talking about?
All right, we can do a question and jump in. So the question is, does anybody here know exactly what's going on with Zion? Does or is everybody clueless? Or you have no idea? As long as it works, I don't really care. What is it? And then just for the people, because we're everybody's making fun of you right now, Mufasa. I had to do it. And Juggernaut disappeared. So everything still works. Now, we're just gonna go ahead. Actually, let's do this. If you can touch on what on the Reddit.
Okay.
You touch on the Reddit and I'll touch on the other stuff.
Most people probably know what Reddit is. It's like an open forum. tvzion had or has a subreddit on there, or a forum where they talked about, their applications. They show support. I did a video yesterday right before we went live, and Rohas is like, what are you doing, man? And I'm like, dude, this is a hot topic. I have to drop this video, right? And he was like, seriously, you're gonna make everyone go over there, watch this video, and then come over here to the live stream? And I was like, dude, I have to drop this video. It's like people want to know this information. And he was like, all right, whatever, man. I'm gonna do it to you tomorrow. Watch. No, I'm joking.
Watch right now.
Anyways, so to get into the meat and potatoes, what we started seeing in the community was Facebook groups dropping, Telegram groups dropping. I know it was kind of uncanny, the timing, but a lot of you guys either know or don't know that my Facebook group got shut down. My Facebook account got thrown away. They just locked me up. I had no access to anything. And it was so bad at the timing of everything because the group disappeared. So everyone thought that they were banned from the group because they couldn't find it. And then they were shooting me messages and I couldn't respond. And the worst part about it is that I could read the message, but I couldn't respond. So you could see me read it, but you would see me ignoring you for days. And it was terrible. So I have hundreds of messages to get back to on my Facebook. And I honestly don't even want to go back to Facebook with everything that's going on Facebook. They've changed a lot of their policies and they're taking down a lot of things. And because of that, a lot of Facebook groups have kind of stepped back. And today specifically, and yesterday, a lot of the groups have kind of archived themselves. So they're private. You no longer can join them, all that kind of stuff. And yeah, so a lot of people are stepping away from Facebook. But besides that, also with tvzion, the Facebook and the Telegram moderators or admins decided to shut down the group out of nowhere. Boom, gone, poof. So a lot of people in the community are like, what's going on? Everything's disappearing. So they reached over to the tvzion Reddit and they're like, what's happening? And he was like, hey, I don't know what's going on. I haven't talked to them, but the app worked fine, right? So the next day comes around and the Zion Club went down momentarily for a little bit, and then it came back up. And then on the tvzion's website, the key one click where you go and purchase Zion Club was listed as out of stock. And a lot of people were like, it's a digital product. How are you out of stock? Right. And there was no word from tvzion, right? So everyone was starting to assume the worst, right? And then tvzion came out with, see there's a lot of good comments in the chat right now. There's a lot of good comments. We're gonna get to that. So I'm bringing everyone up to speed, and then we're gonna go through a couple of things here too. Okay, so yeah. So then he made a post and he said, listen, I haven't heard from anybody, but everything's working fine. In his post on Reddit, he actually explained the reason why Zion Club went down for a few minutes is because the server has been overloaded. Now you got to remember, the Zion Club has its own debrid service as well too, and it takes servers to run all this stuff. So when it was overloaded, then it kind of went down for a little bit, and then he said, listen, I can add another server, but it would bring everybody down while I do that. And he's like, instead of doing that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut off additional sales of Zion Club. So I'm reading the chat and getting distracted. I got to focus on the camera. I'm not going to read the chat. So he said, I'm going to cap the sales on key one click on the Zion Club so that no more people are purchasing. And in my video that I released yesterday, I said this is a business decision. It's a smart business decision. You don't want people purchasing something that's not going to work. You know, you start selling more things and then it doesn't work for anybody because you crash the server. I said that kind of makes sense. It's a business decision, 100%. He's making a decision to positively affect the current customers. Makes sense. Cool. Then let's say, I think it was like 16 hours later, he makes another post and he's like, hey, I got a hold of the admins and the moderators from the social media groups. And he's not sure why, but they've all decided to stop doing it. And he said in his post, burnout is real. So, you know, there's a lot of stuff that goes into running these groups. I know for sure there's a lot of stuff because my Android TV tips groups was something that I invested a lot of time into, creating tutorials, troubleshooting, answering questions. I mean, I have been one of the, I almost want to call myself one of the founding members or admins of the Filelinked group on Facebook that has 25,000 people on it. I was one of the very first admins that really got that group going and started out. I don't play a big active role in it now. There's a lot of other members and admins now, but I also had Android TV Tips, which was almost at 8,000 people. There's Android TV Tips on Telegram that has almost 1,100 people. Like, it does take a lot to answer everyone's questions. You don't want people to feel like they're being ignored, all that kind of stuff, right? So burnout is real. I've actually had a burnout before. There was days where there was weeks where I would be working 24/7 for like 3-5 days straight. I wouldn't sleep. And a lot of you guys that are in the chat or even like, you know, on the panel that know me can attest to that. They'd be like, anytime you message NxTLvL, he's there. He doesn't sleep. There must be more than one of him. So that brings us to current situation up until TorrentFreak released an article saying that these members who stepped down, who closed the Facebook groups. Now, one thing I want to say before I mention this, my video was put out before this TorrentFreak article. I've had people that have commented and have said things, but when we watch YouTube videos, you have to understand they're recorded at a certain time and they're released at a certain time. We try to do all of our due diligence as much as we can before we release a video, but we're not fortune tellers. Okay, let's keep that in mind. Anyways, so the I guess the author of the article at TorrentFreak states that somebody has shown them letters of cease and desist from ACE. I'm not going to say the actual word, but ACE, whatever you want to call them. And that's the reason why they closed off the groups. However, this article does not show any of the actual articles or the letters or any kind of sources or anything like that. I'm just showing you guys the facts. So we have on one side, we have tvzion saying everything's fine. The app works perfectly. And then on the other side, we have an article from TorrentFreak stating that this is what this is. So we're getting two different stories. And I'm kind of stuck in the middle, just like you guys are. I don't want to assume anything, and I don't want to jump to any conclusions because just like you guys do, I love the application. It works really well. It works really good. So I'm going to let Rohas throw in a couple cents, and then we'll get Jug to jump in. After that, he could probably down another slice or two, and then we'll go from there.
So with the TorrentFreak, there's a lot of people saying fake news, CNN news, Fox News, whatever news. It's fake. It's Shrik and Sharon earlier said it's like TMZ. But the one thing I will say about TorrentFreak is anytime they post something, somehow, some way, they always get the knowledge or they get something way ahead before something actually gets announced. Now, with that being said, here I know people will say, well, where's the proof? Where's the proof? Where's the proof? Where's the proof? TorrentFreak really doesn't show any type of proof of anything. They normally say, hey, we talked to some people, we showed this, we showed that, and this is what we were told. So this is the article that we wrote for you guys. So you guys kind of know exactly what's coming around. Now, when I see the article from Reddit, the video that NxTLvL did yesterday, my first thing was something is missing here. This doesn't look like it's the full story. It just looks like it's in halves. Something very similar happened earlier this year where TorrentFreak did mention of a service that got served and is going down and they're going to be gone. I'm not going to mention anything. And then the people who were working there posted either videos, blogs, whatever it was on YouTube saying, hey, this is what's going on. They are, it's a lie. They're not shutting down. They're not closing down. and they're going to continue. Just don't listen to them. Don't listen to them. Don't listen to TorrentFreak. It's a lie. It's fake. Not maybe like a few weeks later, 3 weeks later, a month, let's just say, they make an announcement that they're shutting down. And now there's, to me, there's a couple things that come in mind, and I take it with a grain of salt, this whole thing. When I see this from TorrentFreak saying that they talked to admins and they said that a couple things got discussed and they got served certain things, of course, the first thing I say is this to me makes total sense. If they don't know who the admin are or whatever, and they see a group out there that is managing this and they're the ones in charge, they're the ones that created it and whatever, I can see them being served. I can see them get, someone going after them because they're the ones that are doing it. They're the ones that are going after them. The other thing that I thought that was interesting, it says, there's some strings attached. Even though they're leaving these guys alone, there's some strings attached. What strings? Are they going to go after? Are they saying, hey, who is the person that is going to be, who is the person that's doing this app? That's the first thing that I'm thinking. Are they going to throw somebody under the bus? Are they going to spill the beans about everything of what they know behind the scenes? I don't know. But when I see something like this, there's definitely no proof, but TorrentFreak has been correct on a hell of a lot of things. So this is the first thing. So, okay, my mind, this is what I'm thinking. This is what I'm thinking. There's a good possibility, and this is smart. This is the smart thing to do. And I don't blame them. We're in the business of and I'm not saying me, myself, or Next Level, or Juggernaut, or anybody here on the panel, or anybody out in the chat. But this whole thing with third-party APKs, when they start doing some pay for premium stuff, one of the things we say, hey, this stuff could go down at any given time. So when you give your $20, you kiss your $20 like you're never going to get it back. And it comes with anything. So what I see happening, if worst case scenario, is they're going to be holding back, saying if they're going to say, hey, this is the dude that's been doing it, this is everything, let's just say they're throwing everything under the bus or whatever it is, this is what could happen. He could say, hey, you know what? I'm done. I'm not doing nothing. I'm leaving everything alone. I'm done. He might drag it out as much as he can, saying he's not doing anything at all whatsoever. And then all of a sudden it will shut down. And that could be anywhere from, this is week 1. I'm guessing it could be anywhere within 2 weeks, like anytime from next week to a month from now. Meaning, if they do wait a month, it's because they don't want to worry about people doing chargebacks. And think about this. This is again where I'm thinking, like, what could possibly happen if you're charging, and we'll do this very simple. We'll do math as easy as possible. Let's just say they're charging $1 for your Zion Club, and let's just say they had 10,000 people that were in this Zion Club. You think he's got that money sitting there for a rainy day? Like, you think he put the money to the side just in case? And not only that, what if this lawsuit says, hey, you have XYZ now? It's not just this that we're going after. It's a hell of a lot more.
Right.
So imagine all the chargebacks plus on top of that, when we're over here, like, it's almost like, hey, if you're using it, or if you're not using it, even, I've seen some people saying, like, I'm not using Zion, so I'm good. I don't care. But what about Cinema HD? What about Nova? What about Cyberflix? What about Terrarium? What about whatever the hell is out there? That's all the Terrarium forks. You know what I mean? I will never do a chargeback on anything like this, because I know how much that could affect somebody. And you got to think about the big picture. Not only does it affect them, you don't know if they have kids, and it could affect them too in some ways. So literally, I will say, hey, you know what? I gave you $20 for the year. I'm gonna eat it. Whatever. It's not gonna kill me.
Right.
I'll be fine. I'll let them handle that, and I'll figure something else out. So just something to keep in mind. We don't really know exactly what's going on. You really don't know what's going on behind the scenes. And as you see an article from TorrentFreak, an article from Reddit, as you see all this stuff, even if the guy from Zion says, hey guys, everything is cool, you know what? Wait about a month. If all of a sudden groups start popping back up, if all of a sudden Zion Club is still going, if they put it back up, then great, awesome. And if not, just don't be surprised. And that's kind of where I'm at right now. I'm like, if it's up, cool. If it's not, what's the next one?
So, Jug,
he's eating. Leave him alone.
You want a minute or?
Sure.
Man, you don't leave the man to eat. Look at him.
So here's my thoughts. Okay, I'm going to be the devil's advocate. I'm going to rehash what was said by a developer of Zion a while ago when he got pissed off, or when that person got pissed off and lashed out to the public, saying basically the cliff notes are, if I ever get busted, I'm releasing everybody's names. Then it was like, well, I'm obviously not going to do that. People are just, it was being taken for granted and unappreciated. Lots of things were said and things like that. From that time, I was always, I don't trust Zion. Then I started seeing this app develop more and more in leaps and bounds, and I actually started using Zion, and now I love the application. But it's still that underlying what's going to happen, because in the so-called terms and conditions of their surrender type thing is they have to release all support groups on all platforms. And any support that they do on platforms, people understand support means any Q&A reports, any knowledge-based report or supports, any financial supports. So if you have tickets, if you purchase online, if that's available, I don't know if it is or not. Like if you go onto a URL and things like that, all of that is supposed to be turned over. Mm-hmm. So this being said, they will have, and they as being, we use the words ACE, but I like the word the letters DICK. Yeah. The dicks are going to have access to everything that the admins have. So any information, if that's given or anything like that. So that's my worry. My worry on that is like if those who have large subscription base or subscriptions will lose out on that money. But usually, everybody knows the longer subscription you have, the more money you save. So, I mean, it's, so you write it off for the year type thing or whatever it is. But is there any type of personal information? Did anybody pay with the real credit card? Did anybody pay with whatever the options were? I don't know. So we have to be leery of that. TorrentFreak, I don't trust TorrentFreak as far as I can throw it, them, whatever it is. It seems like they always have the inside scoop on something that is happening that nobody else knows about. Nobody. And there's a lot of resourceful people out there that put out articles and everything like that previously and still do that are like, huh? How did they know that?
Right.
So, but that's just me. That's the conspiracy theorist and my thought process. It's look at that. And then sorry, I was just reading the chat real briefly. And then but that's my big concern. And just like Rohas said, so we want to be, if you're using the application, which I am, I was just using it right now. I finished watching those off your platform there, Next Level, and I was watching other things off of Zion. Yeah. And I'm thinking to myself, well, I have a membership to the Zion Club, but how I paid doesn't come back to me at all. So it's like, okay, well, I'm going to keep using it, but I'm not going to future pay anything until I know that nothing is happening. You know what I mean? I'm going to let my membership lapse. I don't know what to do from there. And then it's, if there is all of a sudden a ramp up, like, hey, we're offering this, or hey, we're offering a premium service, or offering this and this, you got to be mindful, is that a cash grab? And no matter what anybody says, unfortunately, I don't know the exact saying, but if you want to trust two people with a secret,
It's no longer a secret.
it's no longer a secret. When you have admins and developers or developer working on this mass project, and then you have somebody saying, well, I don't know what they were doing, I call BS. You know, if us three were involved in an application, ABC application like that, and one of us is like social media, the other one is developer, the other one is whatever they are, I sure in the hell gonna know what you're doing, and you're gonna know what I'm doing, at all times what's going on. So, and if something happens to me, hey, I got a letter, like, oh, I got a physical letter. You think I'm not going to be calling you right away and saying I'm effed? Something's going on here. So it's all those things. That's my thought on it. The word of advice that I could give to anybody is just tread lightly, keep using the application because it's working, and let's just where the chips fall. Let's see what comes out about it. But
I wanted to touch on something that you said though, Jug.
Sure.
A lot, like a lot of people in the chat know as well. I never always got along with the Zion people, and I shared the same opinion that you did. But I don't think that the person that is claiming to be the Zion dev in Reddit is actually the Zion dev. It's two completely different people.
Really?
So now let's be realistic here. The Zion dev that you talked about when you first started talking, you remember, like Zion has been around a long time. When Zion was first released, how did they encourage the community to get them to update their application, to add features to the application? What did you have to do? Do you remember?
No, I don't. Because remember, I didn't start using it until late.
You had to donate. They wouldn't update the application unless you donated.
Oh, that's right.
Do you remember that? I'm talking years ago, right?
Oh, moly.
And when the Zion dev used to start to get snarky, his personality was always the same. And then once they got rid of the this is when it happened. Right before they started having social media groups and Facebooks, he changed. His personality changed. He became nicer. He started reaching out to YouTubers. He started creating groups. He created he created groups to run the Facebook groups, the Telegram groups, and then Zion Club came around, and everything was sunshines and rainbows. Like, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can't tell me that's the same person. I won't believe that. I'm sorry.
Well, no, I could see that track that that would draw that conclusion, but you also keep in mind is they probably the developer that caught some flack or like that, and it caused shade on the group, and the whole Zion outfit type thing is then they probably sat down and started brainstorming and say, well, we want money to be coming in, but we don't want to say I'm not updating anything unless we get donations. Let's think of other ways to bring money in. Bing, Zion Club. So they're achieving the same goal. They're getting money. Oh, Mrs. Juggernaut's bringing me a Juggernaut sized glass of pop.
Nice.
That's my hands. But anyways, but like I was saying, is that they're still achieving that goal by getting the money, but they're and updates and things like that. But I see where you're going with that. Like I'm sitting here right now because the first time hearing it, it's like, it's almost like it's not the same person.
Yeah.
But wait, how do we know? We don't know.
We don't know, right? Rohas, I know you gotta run in a minute, so I'm gonna give you, a moment here to express anything that you have built up inside that you need to get off your chest.
Where are you going?
I got some stuff to do.
No, you don't.
I'm feeling good to do.
We normally start a lot earlier, like a hell of a lot earlier.
Hey, we've been starting 3:30 all the time now.
a lot earlier.
You better be going to the post office to send me something.
I might be.
Okay, it'll be nice.
I gotta take care of some stuff, so I gotta get going. But yeah, I don't know. I would say with this whole, because there's like I've heard about the whole thing that you guys are talking about, the whole all that stinked in the before all this stuff, and it's kind of I know some of us are just like, well, whatever. It's let me use the app. I really do hope if something is coming down that he doesn't leak anything like that, because then I think everybody in the community will always be after the guy, and I could see at that point people saying, cool, let's just do chargebacks, or let's just do this or that or whatever. Like I could see people getting nasty on it. So this is exactly why when things like this happen is you should have a backup. You should absolutely have a backup of something. So if you're a fan of tvzion, I hope you do have a backup. Maybe Zion is not your go-to, maybe it's your secondary or your third, which is fine. Then that means you're going to be good to go with the other ones. So just keep that in mind. And then just don't go off the edge and cry wolf and freak out, or what I mean. Just give it time and see what's going to happen. If it's still working and if you're using it, continue to use it, and just be patient with when servers get boggled down and they get backed up like that. If all of that it is true, if he's saying like, hey, you know what, we're maxed out on stuff, be patient, guys. It takes time, and the big companies have experienced the exact same thing, and just be patient. That's all I got. So and keep watching the show, and I'll see you guys soon. So
all right. Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Have a good one, man.
Peace.
Toby, just next level. I just want to jump in that real quick on there. Okay, just to clarify something, guys, when you're listening and watching, I brought up that little bit of information that was said, I think it's 2 years ago now, of somebody who was in an angry situation and was lashing out to people basically, and retracted everything and made good on the word of that. I'm not going to do something like that. And this, I want to help bring this application to this top heights. I don't want it being misunderstood as in, oh, that was said yesterday and people watch out for that's going to happen. I was just saying that because that's how I based my opinion on the application. I think it's either 2 years ago or just over 2 years ago. So
yeah,
I'm still using Zion. I'm still using the application. It's being used right now.
So what Rohas was just saying was just exemplified by what you just said. When you get burned in the streaming community, it sits with you for a while. It really does. So what he was saying about chargebacks and a lot of stuff like that, we hope that it's going to be a smooth process no matter which way it goes. I'm just reading the comments here. Okay, I'm going to throw this up on the screen because this is a good comment. Doc Squiffy, thanks for coming out, showing some support. He says problem is a lot of Joe blogs think these apps are legit when they pay, so chargebacks happen. A lot of sellers convince people it's a legit legal service, and this is true, right? A lot of people get into cutting the cord and think that these are legitimate alternatives to Netflix and Hulu. Some people even get into premium services, and they somehow think that they're legit. So that is a legitimate thing that happens. So I guess it's our job, because we have a platform, to let people know exactly what is and what isn't. So.
Well, and that's where we come in when we're doing shows and we're talking about education and educating people, or providing information or sources of knowledge, and that in different regions, it's the legalities are different. In Canada, we can watch live streams. In Canada, I don't know if you can in the US. I think you can too. Watch live streams. Example is live content, the 4-letter word services and stuff like that. We can watch that. We can't be the suppliers of it. As for movies, video on demand, storage movies, anything like that. It's a copyright infringement, and it's black and white. If you don't own the movie, you cannot share it. Like, actually, you can't even share the movie. I'm sorry, there's distribution. If you don't own the movie, you can't have a digital copy of it. You have to actually own the movie now. To kind of really contradict myself, now that we don't have tons and tons of movies on DVDs and stuff like that, it's a lot of digital copies. And basically, you have to think about if I don't have a receipt for buying movie ABC, I don't own it, I can't put it on something, allow you to watch it. That's illegal. It's copyright infringement.
Mm-hmm.
So when we're looking at applications, no matter the application, and you are using it for free or paying a nominal fee, become part of a club or anything like that, and you're watching all this content, do they own every media that they have on there? And if they don't, well, then it's crossing some lines,
So I kind of want to say something about Zion. This whole scare process right now has had an interesting effect on the community, and I think that it gave me an opportunity to reflect on the impact that Zion actually did to the streaming community. And you guys are going to start noticing this if you haven't already. But a lot of people who are going to stop using Zion are going to go to which APK for their streaming now. A lot of people are talking about going to Kodi. They are. And it had me thinking. When I started to explain tvzion to people, I said that it was the closest thing to Kodi that we had. The amount of features that you could get from it, the way that you could fine tune the application, the amount of sources that it would pull. We promote APKs because of the ease of use, but nobody could debate that Kodi would pull more sources, or you could find things on certain Kodi add-ons or whatever that you couldn't find in APKs. It's true, right, Joe?
Yep.
Right. And tvzion was tvzion is the only application that I could say was an ideal competitor in regards to sources, what it could pull, ease of use, all that kind of stuff. So we saw a good transition of people that were like, nope, I'm Kodi only, to I like tvzion. It's okay. I'll use it as a backup. Because before, if you were Kodi, you were Kodi. You weren't touching APKs. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's true, right? Yep. I'm seeing it a lot in the community right now. And they're like, okay, even people who have been using APKs for years, legit years, they're like, you know what? I want to go check out Kodi again. I want to go look at these builds and these add-ons, and I want to go and relearn it. Like, I've heard people like Paper Plate. He's in the chat right now. He's like, I want to go and spend some time and teach myself this stuff again. And I think it was a really interesting time. I guess not time. I'm trying to look for the word. Experience in the community, if you want to put it that way. I haven't seen any application do that yet.
Because a lot of the times that what we ran into is a lot of the applications that were out there just seemed to be clones of TTV. What was that one? What was the first one that we started using lots, and then it shut down, and then
Aquarium.
Yeah, and then just clones of it, and that's what it just seems like, clones of it, mildly modified clones of it. And then Zion came out, and Zion was is a fresh look, a fresh setup, it totally looks different. It acts different. The options in it were different, and it was like that from jump when it was developing and stuff like that. And when I first looked at it, like I said, I liked the way it looked. I liked the way it functioned. I just didn't like the interaction that happened. And then I actually got some free premiumize.
Yeah.
So it is. Yeah, I got some free time on there, and I went looking for applications that actually allowed you to use that, and Zion was it. That's the first one I found. I thought, okay, I'm gonna give it a shot. So I put my my Netflix, my Real to Brid, my PR in there, and I'm like, damn, this thing kicks ass. You know, like I'm getting everything that I want from it, and so I'm a fan of it. I just hope that it sticks around, but I'm really leery. I'm really leery on anything that has got caught up and that openly admits that they got pressure from the powers that be. Once that happens,
But they didn't admit that.
no, see,
They didn't admit that. Zion didn't admit that, right? We gotta state what's facts and facts, right? So Zion hasn't admitted anything, right?
Yeah.
Nor has TorrentFreak produced any proof. I'm not saying anybody's lying at this point, right? I'm just saying exactly what has been stated on both parties.
Yeah, I'm just looking right now. Yeah, because they just go over what the alliance covers, and what they're.
So here's another conversation that a lot of people are having, right, Jugs? When have you ever seen Ace go after a support group of people that are not developers before shutting down a website or an application?
See, I think it's coincidental. I think that just falls in line with to be proactive. Because of the new terms of Facebook that was coming out.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that you suffered from, that they said they're going to launch October 1st, but it was actually September 1st.
It was not October 1st.
Yeah, September 1st. And Facebook has now come out with that they actually retain okay. You may have seen on a lot of people on Facebook, somebody will post or cut and paste or share or something like that. Facebook does not have the rights to reuse my pictures, and I refuse this, yada yada yada. Please post this of the new changes. That can never happen. The instant you sign up for Facebook, you have to agree. There's a check mark. You have to agree to every single term and condition they have, and any upcoming changes of terms of service, enhancements, or anything that they implement in order to use the service. Plain and simple, cut and dry. There is no, well, I like that, but no, you can't use my private pictures. If that's something they want to do and it's in the terms of service, you don't have a choice. You don't. You just get off Facebook. Plain and simple. That's what it is. People get that confusion. Well, they're coming out with their new an updated or an amendment to their services, which was dated supposed to be October 1st, but September 1st is they will implement blocking, deleting, and I think it's just blocking and deleting anything that they deem
that promotes anything that
illegal ways to perform or to anything illegal, not just in the streaming world, anything illegal, anything that crosses any legal in writing law lines. They'll block you from going to it. They will delete the groups, and they will delete the users, or block the admins and users and that. And they did it to NxTLvLTech on September 1st.
Yeah, I literally it was the funniest thing. Well, I mean, it's not funny, but the day before, I shared that policy change on my Facebook, my personal, not even in the group, and I legit said, "Get ready to start missing some of your favorite content creators." That's literally what I said. And the clock rolled over to the next day, and they got rid of everything. They threw me in Facebook jail. They got rid of my groups, and all of my content that I've been working on for years is gone. Like, it's crazy. I was like, was it because I shared it? Like,
yeah, it's like, what? Oh, geez, I gotta keep my mouth shut.
This guy doesn't know how to stay quiet.
Yeah. But yeah, that's why I think that's my thought on it until we see something different. Everything that is happening with Zion in specific is that at least the Facebook portion that they maybe was it proactive, because again, like you said, all we have is with the information that TorrentFreak put out, And some people say they talk to an admin, or admins have put out there that, they're taking a break or things like that. Okay, well, then if they're taking a break, if I have a service that I'm proud of, that I was a part of, but I'm burning out for supporting, I wouldn't shut down support. I would try to have someone or some other venue of support in place so I could take a break. So when the Facebook shut down and now some websites, it looks like any support, backbone support for the service for us end users is disappearing. That sends up a red flag to me. If I'm a mechanic at a shop, and there's another mechanic and I'm burning out, hey, I can't work on vehicles anymore. Shut down the shop. We're done. The shop's gonna be like, no, they can go to that mechanic there until you rest up, or if you turf it, we hire somebody else. Someone steps in your place. It just doesn't make sense on there. But we're in a world, I guess, our community or in like that never really makes sense. So it's all these things.
Yeah. I have a question for Jug and everybody in the chat, right? I really want to know the answer to this because I don't remember. But when Terrarium shut down, was there a TorrentFreak article? Or were there, as far as I remember in my mind, there was just a notification sent through his application saying that he was stopping and he was, doing something else, or he was stopping and you guys to stop using the app by a certain date. But was it actually reported by a third-party source that it was being shut down for certain reasons? Like he said it himself, right? He was trying to scare people away from using his app. But was it reported by a third-party source, not from the developer of Terrarium, why he stopped doing the development of the application? Do you remember, Jug?
No, I don't.
Does anybody in the chat remember if there was a third-party source that reported Terrarium being shut down? And there's a reason I'm asking this. There usually is a reason why I say some shit. See, the one says he does remember some articles, but not from Freak. Right? So...
Yeah, and I'm even... all there was is when it talks about Terrarium, because there is an article on September 17th of 2018 for about Terrarium. Terrarium TV dev says he could hand user info to authorities. But it
was that on Freak?
Yeah, on TorrentFreak, but it just says
there was no confirmations of anything, right?
Yeah, it just says Terrarium TV was the most impressive pirate absolutely utilizing video content as Showbox. Last week, however, developer TVzion announced the project will be shutting down. The announced is highlighted. Okay, September 11th. Shut down for good. Yeah, on September 11th, Terrarium TV, one of the most loved pirate applications for Android, has shut down. Has shut down.
See, they didn't report.
No.
Right? They just said after the fact.
Yeah, that's right. This one here, I'm just looking. Just scanning real quick, but no, it's getting into that. It's after the effect.
Right? Okay. So the reason why I asked that is because if TorrentFreak is right this time on their article that they put out on tvzion, this will be the first non-torrent based streaming application that Ace has come after.
Huh.
Think about that. Because before, Ace went after Showbox, but Showbox was torrent based. And we all know torrents are no-no, right? You can get access to torrent-based content through tvzion, but that's only with a debrid service.
Yeah.
Right? So I started thinking about that, and I was like, does that mean... Because technically, Zion Club wasn't the one that was giving you the access to the torrents, right?
Yeah, so it's because that opens a whole can of whoop ass of like actually the actual their the bounds of the legal action that they can take, or their jurisdiction on that is because if it's not something that's crossing the lines, like if it's not something that's torrent based providing you with torrents, but again, you got to keep in mind is the dicks. The dicks are only the spearhead for the companies. They actually put it out there, and they're the ones that poke you. That they say, okay, from these companies, like the Netflix, Hulu, and all stuff like that, you need to cease and desist. If you don't cease and desist, it's the companies that put the lawsuit against you. So it's just all it is that it's a coalition. It's an alliance. It's exactly what it is. The alliance of whatever. It's like they're just the spokespersons for all those companies. So it's not them legally coming after. A cease and desist is not a basically it's a hey, you need to stop this. But if you don't, it's the first paper trail to cause legalities. It is something that is legal. A cease and desist has to be issued, but all it has to do is be issued on behalf of them, and it just drafted up by a lawyer. It's not something that that was in front of a judge. A judge stamps, okay, we'll give the cease and desist. No, it's the Netflix and Hulu and everything asking you, hey, please stop doing this. But if you don't, we're coming after you.
Remove the please.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. And they file the lawsuits.
Right.
So,
I'm just going to talk about this really, really briefly, but there's someone in the chat who's a little upset that we're not answering their questions. There's a lot of questions that are in the chat that we don't always get a chance or an opportunity to answer. But if something is completely off topic from what we're talking about right now, I don't tend to talk about that. There's a reason why we have, the Telegram group, or there's social media groups where you can ask any question you want and get your answer pretty damn quickly. So what I'm going to ask you to do is kindly place your questions in the Telegram group, or I don't have a Facebook group anymore, but find a Facebook group or, somewhere else where you can post any questions and get answers right away. Live streams, we try to stay on topic as much as we can. Right now, we are talking about it. I think it's a pretty serious conversation within the streaming community. Maybe if you ask your question again a little later in the stream, then we can answer it. But I'm not going to go off topic when these are the conversations that the streaming community is here to hear. I think they really want to know. What's up, Cyclone? You've been missing my live streams lately. I'm glad you're here.
And just on that note, real quick, Mr. J, to answer your question real quick, I have no clue because everything that you listed there is where I would have searched as well.
I mean, there's other things that you would troubleshoot with, like are you using a debrid service?
Yeah.
Are you,
So join the Telegram group. Does your Streamlabs, can Streamlabs put the Telegram links out there?
Yeah, I can. But I mean, the mods are posting it too. So just click on the link for the Telegram group, ask your question there, and we will help you, but just make sure that you ask it in the group and not when we have a dedicated topic that we're trying to ask. So yeah.
Do you know, and now to change subject, that is really weird. From time of birth up until I was like 36 years old, everybody knows I'm the Juggernaut. My name is Brian. My last name was Mitchell.
Yeah.
And then I found out that the person Ed Mitchell was not my father, so I went to my mom's maiden name. Yeah. And when I see my name and stuff like that spelled exactly the same way, I'm like, oh, look, I'm watching. Yeah. Anyways,
there's a Brian Mitchell in the chat. I think if you actually do ! The letter T, that it'll post the Telegram group in the chat. So, I mean.
Exclamation mark and a letter what?
T.
Who, me?
Anybody.
Well, I just did it, didn't do it, man. Oh, Okay, well, maybe.
See, there you go. So if anybody is looking for the Telegram group, all you have to do is hit exclamation mark and the letter T, and the Streamlabs mod will actually post it for you. Look at that. Look, everyone's doing it now. Spam the chat.
Yeah.
See? Look at that.
Look at you all fancy.
So I thought that was really interesting. Now, guys, remember these are hypothetical conversations about scenarios and situations. We are not here to say that it's fact and it's biblical law and that it's going down and these are the facts and we have all the documentations. We are just talking about situations in the streaming community right now and kind of the changes that we're seeing. So I don't know, man. For a non-torrent based application to get us like a notice or to be shut down like that is kind of new. Don't get me wrong. We've seen applications like BTV get a notice, but it was a fake notice.
Yeah.
So I'm talking legit. I don't know. So I'm going to scroll through. Let's pick a couple of the questions that were relating to the topic, and let's talk about it. If you see anything that you want to throw up, let me know. But let me see if I can find something here. Here, you know what? Jug, what do you think about this one?
Yeah, if you're a risk
You want to leave it up?
Yeah, if you're a risk averse person, I don't think I would recommend to keep using this app if you know something fishy is up. That is, and that's what I said is Fred it's a personal choice for everybody. If you are using the application, nothing can happen to us except for, I think when they changed to what Article 13, 13 and 17 in the EU, right? Like I think in the UK and things like that, actually watching anything that will cross a copyright law or anything like that, you can actually be charged. It's not doesn't where you have to provide it. I think that's what the changes were. But in a lot of the other countries, and I'm only speaking, we're in Canada. NxTLvLTech and I just happen to be in Canada, both of us, and we can watch all of that and not have any problems because we're not providing. We're not the service. We're not the developers. We're not providing that. So just to follow a lot of that, I think it's a personal choice. If you want to continue using it, use the application. If you feel at unease at all, then just cut your loss and try to find something else. Yeah. I'm still using it.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people will use a scenario like, let's say, a drug dealer. They never come after the actual consumer or the end user of it. They're always looking for the bigger fish. So if something was to happen, typically the rule of thumb that a lot of people suggest is that they go after that. We've never seen a precedence of them ever coming after an end user. Never, as far as I'm aware. I mean, I could be wrong, but I mean, understand your own privacy, your own security, your own risks, and all that kind of stuff, depending on where you are and your laws and all that kind of good stuff. So,
okay, so when is the last time you've heard of people who aren't involved with the app directly, only support channels, getting letters, but the actual source not only not being served? I don't understand that last little part. We, as we said before, Cyclone. There has not been posted anywhere from any admin, from any moderator, or for anybody involved in Zion in any capacity that they have received any type of documentation, any type of letters or anything like that. It is all the TorrentFreak that a lot of people are basing it on does not say that it's confirmed. It's all it says is that the Alliance has targeted Zion, but it has not. The mods or the admin said that they're burning out for support. So
no, they didn't say for sure. That was an assumption by Zion, right?
Oh,
And at least I think so. I'll pull it up here and I'll double check. But
well, it's because somebody said the burnout is real or something, isn't it?
well, here I'll show you. You know what? I'm going to pull it up right now. So I'm just going to pull up the information so we can see it for sure. But
the bottom line is like those of us who are using the application and part of the Zion Club, which gives them support monetarily and things like that, it sucks for us. Obviously, sucks for anybody who gets a letter or anything like that. But again, to clarify, the Alliance, which I call DICS, ACE, is not the people are the Alliance who press charges. They are the spearhead. They speak for the big companies. They're the spokesperson. And when you get a cease and desist, all it is a letter basically saying, please stop. And in that please stop, TorrentFreak has said that they've requested that they turn over access and control to their support online groups or websites and things like that. So if you read in between the lines on that, and again, it's just an assumption by me, the Juggernaut, is that if you don't stop and give us control of those, then we're going to do something against you. And as Next Level said, if that is something that they have done and are moving forward on those who are the support for that application, and this is a non-torrenting providing application, this would be the first one.
Yeah. So here, I'm going to share my screen here just so everyone, I'm not talking out my whatever. This is what the dev said. Announcement. Talk to the mods. Recent downtime, Zion Club currently out of stock. So they addressed this on their subreddit, all three things. It's exactly what I was explaining earlier.
Yeah.
So the moderators finally responded back. They said that they enjoyed maintaining the groups, but they recently had a change of heart, and for personal reasons, they no longer want to maintain the groups. He says, I'm surprised as you are, but it's possibly, so make sure you read these words carefully, right? He's not saying it is a burnout issue, right? He's saying it's possibly a burnout issue. He's surprised, and it's possibly, there's a lot of assumptions on his side, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know. Regardless, I thank them. New groups will be meeting soon once he finds the time. This is where he mentioned the server being at 90% capacity, went to 100, and that's when the Zion Club went down. But you guys can find this all in Reddit. All you have to do is type in tvzion Reddit, and their Reddit will come up, and you can find all this information. You don't need a Reddit account, and you can go through all this stuff. So personal notes. He also says he's going through some personal issues and stuff like that. So I'm assuming there's probably going to be some time before another update happens.
Yep.
He mentions the timing here, that it's uncanny. Server is online as usual, and app is working as usual. Existing Zion Club users can use the app as usual. Please refrain from spreading misinformation. And I think that's the key here. That I didn't want to come on here and scare anybody or do any fear mongering or any of that kind of stuff. That's not what I wanted to do. I think we all have to do our research, take everything with a grain of salt. I mean, if you're scared about your privacy and your security, then definitely you want to be using a VPN. You want to be taking your own personal, what do you call it? Your own personal securities, right? Your own personal due diligence on your online securities. I mean, you guys know I use NordVPN. There's other VPNs out there. In the description of this video, there's actually 2 links for VPNs. They are affiliate links, but you don't have to use them. You can go anywhere you want. You can do your own research. You can get VPNs from anywhere. Just do your research, because when it comes to VPNs, you, in my opinion, never want to go free. I always say getting a free VPN is like sharing a divorce lawyer with your ex-wife. It might work, but can you trust it, right?
And Cyclone, you asked, how can it use cache torrents yet still be considered torrent free? Let's put it this way: if you and I are sharing content, and I'm the one who's actually downloading the torrents, and all I'm doing is providing you a link via a player or anything to watch those cached torrents, you're not torrenting. You know, and you pass on those links to other people, you know, whether you charge for it, whether you do it for free or you do anything like that. When you're the middle person, if you're not physically downloading any content, even though you're watching something that was downloaded via torrent, you're not torrenting. So that's why cache torrents.
Let's be real though, it's not Zion that's giving you the access to the cache torrents.
Yeah. It's real to bridge.
It's the bridge service, right?
Well, yeah, it's real to bridge, and if any other providers, like if any other providers are using hosting cache torrents.
Yeah. So I mean, Zion isn't the only one that deals with cache torrents, but it's not the actual applications. A lot of these will put in their debrid management, which will use the debrid service to pull cache torrents. If you log into your debrid service and you are, putting, those fancy TORRENT files in there, and it's something that's already cached on their server, it goes like that, right? It doesn't have to re-download that file again. So it's not cached on any other server that's not a debrid server, right? So it's the debrid service that's giving you the access, not the application. It's not, I mean, shit, Cyclone, you probably know a hell of a lot more than me about that situation, but that's how I understand it. If you see it differently, Cyclone, feel free to let me know, but that's how I understand it. And I'm pretty sure, I think that's how Jug understands it as well too, right? So it's not Zion that's caching the torrents, and that's what's a little bit scary, because if this is actually real and it's because of the cache torrents, then Zion has nothing to do with it. That would be the debrid services, right? And honestly, some people say, well, if you're using a debrid service, you don't need to use a VPN. That's not technically true, in my opinion. I don't know, Jug, maybe you have a different opinion on that, but these debrid services do keep your IP address on file. They do know what IP addresses are hitting their servers.
Yep.
Right? They do. 100%. Not all VPNs work with them, but that doesn't mean just because they're downloading torrent files to their private servers and giving you access that they're not also logging some information on their side. If you read through, that's a good point. Do you see that one?
Yeah. So it's the providers. Yeah, you gotta. Any application we use, whether it's going to be Zion, whether it's going to be Cinema, whether it's going to be BTV or anything, that is just a media player. It's just like Kodi using add-ons. The add-ons are designed to provide you the content by calling to the TV database, the movie database, to find out information, to source out the the content on providers. Now, the same thing with like Zion is just all in one. They give you an interface that actually through coding will point to their providers. That's why you could go into like Cinema and Cyberflix, and you can actually, I don't know if you can in Zion, I never looked, but uncheck certain providers. You can only use certain providers that you know or trust or like to use or anything like that. Those providers are the ones that are providing the lists or the access to cached torrents. It's not Zion that's doing it.
Actually, hold on. I'm taking off my hat for a second.
But Zion does have one bad flaw too.
Zion has a debrid service.
Yeah, it has a debrid service.
So does that mean that the cache torrents they're providing is off of their own debrid service and off of their servers?
Well, if they have is it their own debrid service?
Yeah, it's called Zbrid. It's theirs.
Debrid, that's right. Well, that's just like real debrid. Like real debrid is not, all it is a swarm of hosters that actually have the content, so you can go to their hosts. It's just a big. It's one of those shill games. Like it's who has what. Oh, what do you call those Russian dolls? And you pull it apart. There's a little one inside, another one, and keep going. Well, that's what this all is. I mean,
does any other applications without a debrid service give you cache torrents? The only other one that I think might have it is Cinema HD, but I don't think without a debrid service, Cinema HD will give you cache torrents. Can anybody confirm that for me in the chat, please? Do you know if any other applications without a debrid service will give you a cache torrent? Because I don't think it's true. I don't think they do.
No, okay. Well, it doesn't list it. The only way that we find out is, like if you don't have any type of extra service and you're just using the base providers in the app, you're just going to get whatever they're hosting, whatever their servers have. But again, torrent. This is where it's a little bit different because torrent is just the term used. Torrent is just the process on how the video or how the content is acquired. It's by multiple swarms. So bits and pieces of files are pulled from different sources and put together. That's torrenting. So even if the Real to Bridge service didn't do cached torrents, that's kind of a misnomer.
Cyclone, I wish you would get your on this freaking panel. So I'm just saying it. Cyclone is one of the smartest guys I know. And if I have questions, I go to Cyclone. But he always wants to play shy. He doesn't want to jump on these panels, man. I'm gonna message him right now. Be like, yo, Cyclone, you coming on here or what?
Well, you can definitely you can. Yes, all it's doing is just tweak so it actually downloads more chunks. That is exactly it. But so without being part of either Real to Bridge or anything that has torrents, we don't know when they're using the term cache torrents. Is it a 100% cache or is it a chunk? Is it a packet cache? So are we? Because I use when I downloaded anything, if I go to do anything, I use views of the download. And a long time ago they updated that if I was downloading something that's a media content, you can take a look and see the swarms. So where it's coming from, you can see where the file chunks are being downloaded, and actually allows you to start watching it while it's still downloading, because that's what just like Cyclone says, their coding changed, that they're downloading in bigger chunks and putting it together so you can watch it, but that's where I'd like to know if any service, ZBrid, Real to Bridge, any other one that uses the term cached torrents, is it 100% cached, or is it a in use cache? Which I don't think an in use chunks like that would actually work for the amount of calls that they would get. Let's say a new movie came out and you had 100,000 people trying to watch it. But I guess it would. Yeah, but see,
and this is exactly what I was saying. Because they have their own Debrid service, ZBrid, they have their own servers. They're caching these torrents to their own server. And a couple people mentioned in the chat that Cinema HD doesn't have cache torrents unless you have a Debrid. So is that the straw that could possibly break the camel's back?
Yep, I think it would. I think it would, because Zion, whoever is claiming ownership or what developer or anything like that, they are, if it's on their own server that person owns or has purchased or rented or anything like that, and they are torrenting for their own service, where it is them actually doing the torrenting, no matter how it is. They could be scraping, just like in Kodi with add-ons and stuff like that. If you go to click on some that is one of the add-ons, like a provider, and it's and you have it set, if you go to click some of them, it will start to download. It'll initiate a download to Real to Bridge. If that's where it's pulling from, if it hasn't already downloaded it and have it cached, that's where the cached torrents and Kodi came from. In the add-ons was added, so you could watch cached torrents that somebody already downloaded. So if Zion is doing that same way, that somebody goes to search for a movie or something like that, and it's not in Real to Bridge, but it's in their Z to Bridge, that means at one point it's downloading or has been downloaded. Then they're directly responsible for that.
Again, guys, I want to reiterate, we are not saying that they're being taken down. We are not confirming that they're being taken down. We're not, all right now, we're just speculating. We're talking about situations and scenarios, because I think this is kind of unprecedented for the way that it's going about it, right? We've never seen social media groups taken down before an application before. We've never seen, like I said, a non-torrent based application get shut down before, right? So we were just exploring opportunities as to what reason there might be for these kind of speculations, because again, there's no solid proof. All we have is hearsay. We have TorrentFreak saying, I've been shown a letter by a mod, which is confusing all in its own, because we've all been moderators in Facebook groups, like a lot of us. I'm not going to say everybody, but a lot of us. And if something was to happen, why would you run to TorrentFreak and be like, look at this letter I have, right? The only reason I see that would happen is if TorrentFreak is paying for information.
Yeah.
That's the only way I see that happening, because no one knows who TorrentFreak is, but clearly they have people in the community. They're watching a lot of things, right? But nobody has back-end communication of TorrentFreak people. The only way I see people running to them and giving them behind-the-scene information is if they're paying for it.
Yeah.
I don't see how else. I mean, correct me in the chat, but I don't see how else they're getting their information before anybody else. I don't.
Unless they're part of the Dicks.
And that's a possibility too.
Yeah, it's Billy Bob Joe that is actually so-and-so office over at the Dicks, and he's like, hey, let me create a website that puts out information like that, and we can cause shit.
Let's talk about this.
Yeah, concerning RD, I've always said that they use a secure server. That is why you don't need a VPN. Am I wrong? I do not want to tell people the wrong thing. When in doubt, if somebody wants to use a VPN, they can use a VPN. The thing about Real to Brid, and Real to Brid specifically, I don't know about other services. When you're connecting, your ISP. So when you're connecting to any address, any website, Google address, Google, like anything like that, they can see where you're going to. It's going to show your hop. It's going to see where you're going. So if you're using anything that calls to Real to Brid, it's just going to see that you're going to that IP, or if they spectrum, if they have multiple IPs like that, that's all it's going to show on there, is because you're not directly getting the content from them. They're pulling the content from different hosts that Real to Brid has. So in their packets, I don't know how far it monitors or things like that, because it's not going to show that you're downloading, because you're not physically downloading anything. When you're accessing Real to Brid, you're using applications that allow you to watch it. You're not downloading.
Okay.
So a VPN is not always needed, but, if you want to feel safe. But as Cyclone says, it's never secure, because as we know, you can go on to your Real to Brid, and any service or anything that you use that says, hey, this is your IP, well, then they have your IP. Of course they do. Whether they log it, whether they, keep track of it, whatever they do with that information. So that is never secure,
So here's the thing. Cyclone, like always, he's right. There's no such thing as secure. It's the same way that Jug said earlier. You tell a secret to two people and it's no longer a secret, right? Doesn't matter how many ways you, dice a fish or slice a fish or skin a cat or whatever you do. I don't know what you do behind the scene. All it takes is for one of these companies, services, or products that you're hiding behind to throw their hands in the air and hand over whatever they have, right? Even VPNs. This is like a crazy scenario, but we've seen VPNs in the past that have been listed as no logs that have turned on logs to catch people that were doing some very, very nasty things. Not what you guys are doing. Well, at least I hope not. But like I said, all it takes is for somebody to get requested by a certain situation to hand over information, right? If you look at your Debrid stuff, right? If you really look into Debrid, on the surface, you're all good because it's going to their servers. You're not downloading torrents, all that kind of stuff. But they do keep, if you read your terms and conditions and you go into your accounts, they do keep information for a certain period of time. All of them. I don't care which debrid service you're using. They keep it. Sometimes they keep it for a month. Sometimes they keep it for a year. You got to check out your terms and conditions. So what happens in worst case scenario? And I'm not trying to fear monger you guys. I'm not, right? But what happens if the debrid service that you use gets hit? They have your information. They have your IP address, right? But at the end of the day, we always try to say that they're looking for the bigger fish. They're looking for bigger services that are providing this information, right? That's why, you want to be, if you're scared and you're worried about your security, then you want to kind of put as many levels in between yourself and whatever you're trying to protect yourself from. That's why, we usually recommend getting a debrid service and then getting a VPN and all that kind of good stuff. But like I said, if they really want to find you through a VPN, in most cases, there's a way of doing everything, right?
Yeah. But keep in mind that when choosing a VPN, no server is secure. Yeah. And then Cyclone also says streaming requires downloading chunks. The difference between streaming and downloading is streaming is like when a file or your media that you go to that you want to watch, no matter how you're accessing, is stored in the memory. It's not stored on a hard drive. There's nothing stored on your hard drive. It's stored in memory. Downloading is a physical, or it's a digital physical onto a hard drive. But yes, technically, to the base bottom line, there's always some sort of downloading going on. One is a permanent, one is a random, or is a what do you call it?
Well, it's random. One's in your RAM, one's in your ROM.
Yeah.
2 in your hole.
2 in your hole. 2 in your hole.
Exactly. So Funster B says they've been trying to close Pirate Bay for years, and it's still going on. But we never know what the future is going to hold, and exactly what it says here. Better be safe than sorry. So all we can do is educate you guys. You guys can go out and do your own research, read the terms and conditions of whatever you're using, and then you guys make your own decisions, right? I've had YouTubers make videos saying, real debrid is the devil, or debrid services are the devil, and then obviously people trust my opinion. And they've sent me these videos, and they're like, what's your opinion? So, I present the people the facts. I give them the facts. I'm like, the terms and conditions state this. If you want to protect yourself, you do this. At the end of the day, there's risk in whatever you do, unless you want to put out, some serious coin and do everything completely legit and spend your $300-400 a month and get half the content or less from what you're getting right now. There's risk in whatever we do. So, hey.
Your purse. But if there wasn't risk, we wouldn't have the rewards. And if there wasn't all this information and things we wouldn't have shows like we are right now. You wouldn't get to spend time with, this sexy face. Don't blink. I'll eat your children.
Oh, my God. You want to talk about that? Because I don't use that. So,
what about Gaia with debrid? Gaia is just any other add-on that you use, and you can enhance it by using a debrid service. Just plain and simple. If you, like I said, think about APKs. They're just a all-in-one version of Kodi. Like Kodi itself is an interface that you can change with different builds, like the paint job on it. There's several hundreds out there, and then you can put your own add-ons in there. Usually with builds, it's the person who created the build that will put on the popular add-ons or personal favorites. The add-ons are what make the calls to the databases for information, for lists, and searching for movies, or searching for content. That's always just not just movies, but content that are by providers. You know, whether the developer of the add-on has them providing themselves on their own list, or the add-on calls to whatever different places, you can add Real Debrid to those to allow for more secure, faster, and more reliable links. Well, that's exactly what these APKs are doing, but it's just all in one. So
I just want to clarify this, guys. I'm not saying that Real Debrid is bad. I'm not saying that Debrid services are bad. All I'm saying is there's no problems until there's a problem. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that, you know, using Debrid with Kodi or with Gaia or with tvzion or Cinema HD, that, you know, you guys are going to have issues. All I'm saying is nothing is 100% safe and secure. I mean, Cyclone said it in the chat a couple times. There's no such thing as a secure server. The reason why, I mean, you could use Real Debrid for 100 years, right, and not have a single issue. Or you could use it for, you know, 2 days after those 100 years. And, you know, all of a sudden laws change and how they handle the data on their servers is deemed as not acceptable. And your data that's stored on their servers has your IP address. That's all I'm saying. I'm saying that your information is never 100% private online, right? I'm not saying that Debrid is going to hand over your information, but if you read their terms and services, they kind of say that in their terms and services. But as long as the Real Debrid has been around, which I think, let me just double check here real quick, but Real Debrid, if I'm not mistaken, has been around since 2009. And as far as I'm aware, you guys correct me if I'm wrong, I've never heard of any Debrid service in the news for anything. So there's no precedence in them handing over any information, but I'm saying that there is a possibility. I'm not saying that it's going to happen today, tomorrow. I'm not saying it's going to happen in 100 years. I'm just telling you guys the facts. That's it.
You know, and it's kind of ironic that oh gee, this fucking guy. Oh, sorry. The Real Debrid was created not for what it's being used for predominantly right now. And it's like it's well known that the you know, Real Debrid itself, the developers and all the stuff like that can't stand Kodi. But you know, that's who uses the most of a Kodi in these applications now. You know, so you never who put it out there? Use it until you get caught. Yeah, until you get caught, it sucks. Yeah. Well, if it catches up to you. Yeah. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh,
I'm here.
Sorry.
I'm just reading the comments.
I'm just trying to learn how to spell.
So it says, let's face it, using third-party apps, you'll always run the risk of something happening no matter what precautions you take. Right. But there's also a difference in, you know, being aware and not aware, right? So what does the law always tell you? Ignorance is not a defense, right? Ignorance is not an excuse. So at the end of the day, do your research. I mean, don't take anything I say as a commandment. It's not written in stone. Do your own research. Prove me wrong. I'm never afraid to say that I'm wrong. I mean, I'm Canadian. I'll say sorry.
Yeah, that's right. Sorry. We say sorry, we get away with murder. Oh, I shouldn't say that. That sounds so bad.
Thanks again, the one for the $10 super chat. I really do appreciate it. I'm just going to do a quick tally. I think we'll probably go for another 5 minutes unless you guys got more questions for real. Well, I mean, I don't know how long Jug has, but I'll answer them. And then we'll jump into the donate. The giveaways we're going to do. Looks like we're doing four masks for the giveaway today. So what we do here on this channel is that I try to give back to you guys as much as I can. So whatever you guys donate to the channel, I actually, okay, peace. I actually give away merchandise. And the merchandise that I have right now are these nice polyester masks. So they have the elastic on the sides, and it actually has the nose piece that goes over. I can't. My hair always gets in the way. So it's got my logo on the side here. You can see it. There's a lot of people in the chat that have already gotten for real. Thank you again, the one man. It's crazy how much you guys support me. I just get on here and I talk for a few hours, and it's nuts that you guys just want me to keep going. I honestly, I don't even know what to say. Every time that you guys show up to these live streams, I have 70 people. I have 70 people. Yeah, I have 70 people that's in here right now. 68, and it's crazy the amount of support that I get. And I just see, look at this. Reminds me of the early days when you rarely showed your face. I never showed my face. I would do live streams and I would just show you guys my devices. I mean, Ken from MF7, he talks a lot about. There was a live stream that I did where I literally programmed firesticks all night, and I just came on and I programmed. I shared my screen, and I didn't show my face, and I just answered questions all night. And I think I did like something stupid, like 4 firesticks, but each firestick took me 4 firesticks took me like 2 hours each, because I wasn't just setting up the firesticks. I was having a conversation with you guys. I was answering your questions. I was doing all that kind of good stuff. So just your support and just being a part of this community has meant a lot to me. I'm doing a lot of different things right now. I'm having a lot of fun with the podcast. A lot of you guys, yeah. So a lot of people are saying they want a mask. They love them. They're really good quality. Yeah, so they're good stuff. A lot of you guys have been saying. So Mark has a mask. If you haven't received it yet, it's being shipped out. I live in Canada. I've mentioned it a couple times during this stream. So shipping has been taking a long freaking time. I've had someone that won a box from me, and it took 2 months for the box to actually get to them, which is a little crazy. I mean, they lived in Florida, so it's a pretty big distance away from where I am. So again, just saying thank you to everybody. Just if you guys really want to support what I'm doing, make sure you go check out Beyond the Streams, because that's my baby right now. Like Rohas and I have been putting in some good work. There's a lot of good stuff. a lot of good stuff on there. We are evolving every time we record something for Beyond the Streams. And it's funny because we could be in a recording session. For instance, we were in a recording session with Jugs, and I kind of looked at Rohas through my camera and then shot him a message on the side. And I was like, hey, here's a cool idea for another episode of Beyond the Streams. And he's like, And then 2 days later, he messaged me and he's like, that's actually a really good idea. So it's just, we're constantly evolving. We're constantly creating content. It's all this kind of good stuff.
Just means I was boring then.
Hey, I can multitask sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's saying I'm looking tired. Hey, I will be honest with you guys. I will miss a weekly video, but I will try my hardest not to miss a weekly live stream. Even if I can't put out content for this week, which I missed last week, and this week I put out. I try to put out recorded videos on Mondays and then do my live streams on Fridays. But this week I didn't put anything out on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then Thursday came around, and that whole debacle with Free Next on Facebook. Hey, I just got I'm not going to talk about that. I don't even know what I was talking about anymore. No idea.
Being tired.
Yo, I am tired, but I'm good. I love these conversations. It was a lot of thinking, a lot of situational kind of stuff, a lot of stuff like that. So
Free Next on Facebook. Yeah. He's in Facebook prison.
I think I actually get released today, but I'll be honest, I don't want to be on Facebook anymore. And I have hundreds of messages to get to, because like I said earlier, I have 8,000 people that were in the Facebook group that got shut down. And all those people who no longer can find the Facebook group are thinking that they're blocked or banned from the group. So what do? They immediately shoot me a message. Hey, where did the group go? Am I blocked? Am I banned? They want to know if they still get your build. He's just the caretaker of this one, if I'm not mistaken.
No, Jugs is mine. Depends which one you want. There's
Well, it says Supreme builds.
what's that?
Jugs.
Yeah,
do I still get
my
your-
Juggernaut is a Supreme build.
Okay, yeah.
Do I still get your build at Supreme builds? Yeah, that's yeah. I need to do some updates.
Okay. I need to get off this live stream soon, so we're going to start doing some giveaways. Right now, we are at just doing a quick tally.
Tallywaka. Yeah, because I got to shower and hop on the bike. I want to go for a ride while it's warm.
Okay, we are at 4 masks to give away. We are $5 away from the 5th mask. So we're going to start doing the giveaways. Jug, if I'm holding you up, you are more than welcome to say your piece, brother, but I appreciate your company as Rohas ditched me today. You believe that shit?
Yeah, no, let's do these giveaways.
Do these giveaways. All right. We got 50. Damn, we dropped like 20 people. Well, whatever. You want to do something like that? You pick a number with your name? We'll make it easy, right? And how we do it on this channel, guys, if you are a member of the channel, not just subscribed, you do get additional perks, some behind the scenes stuff, access to a members only Telegram group. Feel free to pick the number while I do my spiel, Jug. But you also get, when we're doing giveaways like this, you get to pick 3 numbers instead of 1. If you are not a member, you can only pick 1 number when we're doing these. And if you don't know if you're a member or not, then you're not a member.
I like that one. Yeah.
It's true though, right? You know if you're a member. If you want to join the membership squad, Paper Plate just pasted the link there. You can also scroll down and click on join, which should be right underneath the unsubscribe button. You don't want to mix it up and click unsubscribe because then you'll never win anything. Get out of here, the one. I've offered to send you stuff and you're like, nah. You just want to talk crap. I know. So this right here, guys, where Streamlabs is posting this, $10 off the new Buzz TV stick. This isn't just off the Buzz TV stick. If you go to this link, you get 10% off anything on their website. And I'm just going to hint really quickly that the XRS 4900 is coming out real soon, and you're going to want to stay posted on that one. So keep that link, go to that link, and check out their new products because there's some new stuff coming out real soon. You're going to want to check out that XRS 4900. Right, Jugs? You're going to want to check that out one too.
Yep. I'm ready to check it out.
Do you know what that one's packing?
No.
That's going to be packing the S905, no, S922.
Oh, really?
It's going to have the top of the end chip in it. It's going to be their like flagship, balls to the walls, like just because you have money, you want to buy this one.
Right on. All right, let's do a giveaway.
Did you pick your number?
Oh,
come on, Jugs.
No, I was putting it in there, and it's didn't press, the enter button.
So the first one, we're gonna do a range of 20 to 40. And when you see start in the chat, then you can start putting your numbers. I'm just popping out my chat real quick.
And remember, if you're a member, you get 3. If you're not, you get 1.
Guys, if you are a winner, if I have you on Telegram, then I want you to message me. If you're not on Telegram, then you're going to have to jump onto the panel. Range is 20 to 40.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
All right, put it in the side chat what you got there. Yeah, okay. So Jason is the winner. That's the same one that I saw. I'm going to throw his comment up here. The winning number is 35. So there you go. Jason, I believe you've actually won a mask too. So you've got a second one. They're going to be, I only have the one logo right now. So I think I have you on Telegram. You can shoot me a message and I'll get the second mask shipped out to you. You can give it to a family member or a friend, or you can keep one at home, keep one in your car, keep one in your second car. You can do whatever you like, but it's a free one. It will be shipped out to you. Just message me in Telegram. I think I already have your information, but shoot me a message just to double check anyways. Yeah. All right. So the next range, because we're going to just keep it going because we're almost at 2 hours in. Next range is going to be, what do you want to do? How about you pick the range? I pick the number for this one.
Let's see what we got. How many people we got watching now?
56.
How many giveaways are we going to be doing?
4.
Okay, so then let's do something quick and fast. Let's do Did you die?
Sorry, I just got an interesting message I was responding to real quick. Sorry. Okay. I'm gonna go with that. And the range this time is 1 to 25. When you see start in the chat, start your engines. Again, guys, one number only. If you are a member, remember that you are a member so that you can do 3 numbers.
Wait for the start. Anything above the start does not count. Everything below. What's the number again? Oh, here it is. Winner, chicken dinner.
Yep, you got that one there too. Same one as me. Just confirm in the side chat.
Whoa, almost put it in the real chat.
Don't do that.
Yep, that is correct.
Okay, you got the same one as me, so I'll throw it up on the screen. Everybody stop. Paper, if you want to write stop in the chat for me, that would be awesome because you're usually on it. The winner that we have, because the winning number is 21. Let me just find it so I can put it up on the screen. So Red Lantern is the winner. He actually already has a mask and absolutely loves it. So he was looking into possibly getting another one. Looks like you're getting another one for free. So I hope that you're in the Telegram group because I don't have access to Facebook right now. But either way, I have your information and I'll get another one sent out to you. All right. So we're going to pick a new range. Let me just write down the winners so I have it on my end here.
Yeah, because since you look so tired, you'll forget.
I don't need to be tired to forget. Okay, so that's number 2. We're going to go into number 3. Oh, there we go. My daughter picked my first mask, so he got robbed, so you got to get a second one now.
Nice.
Jug, did I send you a mask?
I don't know. I know Rohas is because I won on his or something. Or no, because I joined as a member. So yeah,
I'm gonna get you a mask. Okay, so we are gonna do. Let's do that. There's the range, Jug, if you want to pick the winning number. This is for the 3rd mask giveaway. We have one more after this.
Ooh. Oh, that. Let's see.
Make sure you write it in the right chat, okay?
Yeah. I'm going to go this way because the other way was too easy.
Guys, I am going to just ask you guys, we are doing a next level raid at the end of this live stream, so please don't leave if you don't win a mask. I just showing some support to other creators in the community. Right now, if you do have to leave, we will be posting the link to the Butcher's live stream that's going on right now. So we are asking everybody after, and we will be posting the links to jump over there and say Next Level sent us or whatever you want to say. Just showing some love. and give him some support. Okay, so we have the third number. The range is going to be 50 to 75, and when you see start in the chat, then we're going to go from there. All right, starts in the chat. I'll double check the number because I don't remember what it is. Okay, got it. Well, a lot of people picking 69. It's not 69, I'll tell you that.
I wonder if that's like the first when it's in that range, it's the first number people think of just because it's 69. You know,
I mean, probably. Oh, there's a winner.
There's a winner. Yep.
Now I'm just double checking to make sure. Yep, they only picked one number. So, Tech Reviews, you are the winner. Winner number was 68. Jug doesn't want to admit. Holy crap.
What?
Well, we got a guest. Yo, what's up, man? Look, he's got his next level mask on. We can't hear you.
The hell is going on with y'all?
That mask works good when you can't hear the person, eh? You ain't catching nothing.
That's awesome, man. I've been trying to get you
at all?
on a live stream for how long?
Yes, we can hear you.
Oh, fuck yeah. I mean, anything but what I said, yeah.
Man, I've been
my shit's probably glitchy because my phone isn't really awesome like somebody else's phone.
Oh, okay, whatever. You got a computer too, don't you?
You know, some of us aren't smart and like y'all and don't think of things like that. Yeah,
maybe you gotta get
some of us use our old Galaxy S7 with big cracks in the screen and you know all that fun jazz.
Galaxy S7s are still good phones unless they explode on you.
Actually, my first live stream, man. That was a Note 7. That was a Note 7. Galaxies are fine.
Galaxies are fine. Okay.
Yeah, this is my first live stream ever, bro.
Well, I mean, if I don't want to take any other kind of virginities.
First one ever, man. I'm like super freaking jazzed, bro. Man, I'm super jazzed about that right now. Like I've always wanted to be on one of your live streams. I think I begged you about it one time.
You want to be up, dude? I've been.
That's the only problem. This is the only problem. Let me talk to you about these amazing, freaking awesome, freaking masks, dude. These masks are great, except for if you're a guy like me, who's got a freaking butt chin, and every time he talks, it keeps going down. That's the only thing. I have to write it above where you got that little lip right here. I have to get it above my nose, or else it will just keep falling down. And it's not anything bad about the mask per se itself, because the mask is freaking dope, man. Everybody talks about this mask. I'm like, dude, get here, get this guy, he'll get that shit to you, no problem. But like, seriously, if you're a butt chin guy like me, it tends to catch on the ass crack right between there in the middle, and yeah. You should have never let me on this live stream.
Whatever.
Should have never let me on this live stream. NSFW.
I just, you know.
Oh man, excuse me while I vape.
Thanks for your comments on the live stream today. I think it really helped the conversation. And you know, there's so many times, like I said on the live stream today, when I have questions, I reach out to you because you're honestly one of the smartest guys I know, even though you don't believe it. You're definitely been a great resource.
Bro,
for me.
You're like, dude. I'm not gonna sit here and just twist on you or anything like that. But like, bro, you're my first hit for anything I don't know, dude. So. You know, that's why I freaking bother you all the damn time. Because you're the man, dude. You brought me into this whole freaking game right here, man. If I wasn't fortunate enough to freaking run into you when I first started, dude, I wouldn't be who I am today, man. I remember when all I knew was, oh, wow, let me start a freaking subreddit because I want to learn how to mod apps. So I started a subreddit. And then one of the freaking people that came on there, I was like, man, who is this guy actually talking like he knows anything, talking like he knows what's up? And then I was like, holy fuck, this guy knows what the fuck is up. Like, whoa, okay. I think I'm going to freaking hit on with this dude. So, man, dude, I mean, if it wasn't for you, bro, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be who I am today if it was, man, especially for you pushing me, dude, to learn new things, to try new things, dude. There's so many times where I've come to you, man, like, I'm worried. I don't know. I don't think I'll be able to do this. And you're like, bitch, shut up, quit your bitching, get the fuck on there and do what the fuck you do. And I'm like, come back a half hour later, I'm like, I hate you because you're right. I hate you because you're right. It's hilarious. It's hilarious.
Oh man, that's awesome.
It's really okay. The only problem, I think I need to get onto my computer because I can't see chat or anything while I'm in this StreamYard browser thing. It's all funky. Yeah. And the 101, man, I miss this cat. You know what? If we can start a GoFundMe campaign to get the 101 back onto Telegram, that would be awesome. We need to start a GoFundMe campaign just to at least to like fly me out to wherever he lives so I can put my size 13 up his size 2 butthole. Get him back on Telegram.
I'm gonna finish
him on Telegram
giveaways because we just hit 2 hours and I gotta get going.
And now you know why you never wanted to put me on a live stream. I can't.
Not even that, man. I got enough respect for you still. Like enough respect for what you do and like the conversations we had. You have no idea. Before I forget, tech reviews. One of the last one. Make sure you message.
Just got home from work, sitting in the room, man.
Okay. We're going to do the last giveaway on your can you see the side chat where it says chat or private chat on your phone there, Cyclone?
Dude, Juggernaut, you're the man too, man. I have anything. I just, him and I are real cool.
He's breaking up. He's like the $6 million man. He's breaking up. He's
just saying that you're the man too. Obviously we've had a little bit of a history together.
The video screen.
Yeah, your video's frozen.
No, I literally screen at the top, and then you're in the show at the bottom, and then the options. I don't see any type of anything else.
Anything else?
Or it's like.
That's cool. Don't worry. Jug, you want to pick the range for the next giveaway?
His phone is trash.
Sure. Let's pick something crazy. Let's just go.
All right, Pete Cyclone. Thanks for stopping in, man. Appreciate it.
Before we do this last giveaway, do you want to know, like, here, I'm going to put this out there. You put it up before. This is what I'm waiting to go do. I'm waiting to hop on Old Bones and go for a ride. And I feel proud about another bike and things like that, and stuff like that. Beautiful thing. And
it's your second bike, right?
That's my 21st bike.
Oh my God, never mind.
21st, yeah. This is my first Harley. Yeah, everything else has been crotch rockets and stuff like that. I feel as my age, good. I bought something like this and did it to custom the way I like it and everything like that. And then my son, you got to feel proud. I'm going to show you. I'm going to click to the house my son lives in. My 21-year-old son.
Damn.
That's his house.
Is that the house where they throw Jazzy Jeff out of? Let's clarify. He doesn't own the house. Like, that's where he lives with his girlfriend, and they all live there. There's a whole family that lives there and stuff like that. But that's just the house. Never mind, like, to the left, there's like a couple garages and it's gated community. I had to put that out there. I feel proud for that kid. But okay, now let's stop this. Let's go here. Now the range. Let's go the range. Let's go from here. I want to do something crazy. Let's go there. While Jug is doing that, guys, just remember we are doing a next level raid on the Butcher's channel. He has a live stream going right now. So we're all going to jump over there as soon as we're done. So if you have to leave early, just go over there and shoot a quick comment and say, hey, next level sent me. next level raid, whatever you guys want to say. You had to do that, eh, Jug?
Yeah, you just go there and you say, next level said, down with dabs.
Down with dabs.
No, don't say that.
Okay. So the range for this one is 69 to 100. Again, members get 3 numbers, non-members get 1. And this is for the last mask giveaway. The mask, you saw Cyclone wearing it just now. They are 100% polyester. They're washable. They have the elastic bands to go around your ears. Nice mask. So if you do win, you have to either message me on Telegram or shoot me an email. The email should be in the description of this video. If you don't have it, I'll put it in the chat. But most of you guys are in the Telegram group, so that's what I prefer. When you see start in the chat, we're going to get going. And if the moderators can go grab the Butcher's link. Oh, look, you guys are already doing it. Never mind. I'll shut up. You guys are awesome. All right, starts in the chat. Last mask giveaway. 69 to 100 is the range. Still 45 people watching. If you haven't done so already, hit that thumbs up, people. Oh, no one's picked it yet. I don't know. I don't think they're going to get it.
Oh. And did it pause?
I think YouTube's been stupid lately. We've been doing this even yesterday. It was doing this to us. I'm just refreshing the page to double check because the comments weren't coming through. You know what? I don't think anyone's commenting. Yeah, no one's commenting. So you want us to rinse it, or do you want us to pick a new number? What do you think?
Yeah, let's just pick a new number.
Pick a new number. You want to shorten the range?
Oh, let's see. Yeah. So
okay, stop. Yeah, thanks, Paper. Man, you're always on the ball. We're going to pick a new range. Let's make it something like something like this. What do you think about this?
Yeah, you know what? That'll work because I was thinking something like this. That's what I was going to say.
Yeah, we're on the same page.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, if we're going with my range, then you pick the number.
Okay, so let's. Yeah.
All right. So the range this time is 15 to 30. Should be pretty easy to win this one. Once you see start in the chat, you can start placing your numbers. 1 number for no member, 3 numbers for a member, and start is in the chat. Oh, Paper's on his game. No winners yet. Oh, got a winner.
Yep.
I just want to confirm that you see what I see.
Yippers.
All right, you see what I see. Winning number was 22, and that was Stan. Stan ENG. Now, Stan, can you just comment really quickly? Are you in the Telegram group? If you're in the Telegram group, then you can just shoot me a message. If you're not, then we'll have to find another way to get you this mask. So let us know in the chat real quick, Stan, if you are in the Telegram group, and please shoot me a message. No. All right. You can shoot me an email if you'd like that. I'll put my email in the... Actually, you know what? I kind of want him to jump on so he can private message me on here what his email address is, because if I put my email in the chat, then everyone's going to email me saying they're Stan, right?
Yeah.
So, all right. I'm going to put the invite link into the chat. Stan, if you can just jump on. When you jump on here, it's going to give you an option for a private chat, and then you can give me your email in the private chat, and I will connect to you and give you the mask. I'll mail it out to you. So this link is just for Stan. So if you can just jump on, mute your YouTube when you're jumping on as well too. All right, guys. If the mods can post the link to the butcher, that would be awesome. But we're going to start getting ready to wind down and go. Guys, we've been going for 2 hours and 10 minutes. This is crazy. Was not planning on going any longer than an hour and a half. I mean, you guys just want to see more and more all the time. Get him to join the group. I mean, I'd love for people to join Telegram, but I can't force people to join Telegram. I don't want to limit people to say that you can only win on my show if you join Telegram. So I'm going to add Stan to the chat right now. What's up, Stan? How's it going?
Okay, bud.
All right. So you should see a chat either to the bottom of your screen or to the right of the screen.
And it may say private chat or comments.
Okay, yeah, I see it.
All right, so if you can go in that private chat or comments and just give me your email address, then I will shoot you an email right now, and then we will connect to get you that mass.
Click private, yeah. Click private chat. Make sure you're in the private chat. That means we're the only ones to see it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We got there.
All right.
There we go.
G55.
Did you get his email?
Yeah, I'm just getting an email right now.
I'm in Toronto, Canada.
Nice. I'm in the GTA myself as well.
Yeah, no, you're in Brampton, no?
Yep. You can see it in the description. I got a PO box in there. All right, so I sent you a quick email. Let me know if you get it, and then I will connect with you after the show and get it shipped out for you.
Didn't get it yet, but mine's a little small right now.
Okay, no problem. I will definitely connect with you after the show, though, Stan. I appreciate you coming on and playing a part in the community and the chat and whatnot. And I hope that you have a great weekend. So I will connect with you after the show, okay?
Okay, bud.
Have a good one. Peace.
Yeah, you too.
Okay, just before we end the show, we do have another special guest that just wants to say something real quick. I don't usually have special guests on my show, but hey, this is unprecedented because I don't think I've ever had the one on my live stream. The one has sponsored, has donated, has supported a lot of what I've done in the last couple of weeks.
Don't lie. I just
merch.
own you, man. Don't lie.
Whatever, man. Whatever. So this, I guess I can actually tell you. Thank you. Thanks, man.
Man.
It's been
Do
crazy.
what I do.
The support is great. It's great. So, is there anything you want to tell the good people before we end the show? The what?
Not really, man. Everybody just needs to subscribe to you, because you need all the support you can get to keep doing what you're doing. That's it, man.
Thank you. I appreciate it,
And you
man.
need a haircut, but we'll talk about that later.
All right, we'll talk about that later. Maybe I'll clean up like Jug. Jugs has a nice little, he's got a nice little buzz going. His beard is nice and tapered. What do you think?
It's called old age, man. Like if I didn't have this, like look, got a little cul-de-sacs and a glowing dome right there. I remember I'm 50 years old.
All right, so Paper Plate has posted the YouTube link to the Butcher. We're all going to go over there and say Next Level Raid or Next Level sent us. And Jugs, what do you got to say to the good people before we go?
Hey, thanks for watching us. I hope you get some information. Again, let's reiterate that this is just some opinions and objective commentary about what we talked about today. You're going to see that all over. We're going to be jumping to another show to raid that, and they're talking about the same thing. It's popular right now. So, just soak it all in, follow your heart, take in the knowledge we give you. And remember, live for today because tomorrow is not guaranteed. If by chance you're called home by any power that you hold up high, try not to leave anything negative behind because we're the ones that have to cherish your life when you're gone. And based on that, reach out to anyone that you love and tell them that exactly you love them. Love, peace, and chicken grease.
Yo, been an awesome live stream. Unprecedented. I can't believe that I got Cyclone and the one on here. Just unfortunately, it wasn't at the same time. Jug, thank you for sticking with me the whole time. You took over 2 hours of your day out just to come kick it with me. Enough love and appreciation. You guys again coming out on Fridays, kicking with me the whole time, doing the donations, the supports, joining the social media groups, and just continuously motivating me to keep doing what I'm doing or doing more than what I do. And continuously pushing me to do better and go beyond and go to the next level. So as I always say, people, be humble, be patient, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.